Hello Power fans, this is Mathonical, joining me for round 3 with Bogles. Our opening hand is unfortunately no good. We only have 1 mana and no hexproof creatures, so we will draw our second 7-card hand. This one is also no good. No hexproof creatures, 1 redraw. No, we're gonna have to go to our third 7. And this one is keepable, although it's gonna be really dependent on us drawing some lands off the top. We're gonna be able to go Forest into Unbridled Growth and kind of sit on that for a little bit. Hopefully we draw a land to get our Ledgewalker down and then some Armadillo Cloaks. So yeah, we will keep this. And now we gotta decide what to put back. Let me know down in the comment section down below what you would put back, because what I'm gonna do is put back one of the cloaks, since that we have 2 of that effect, and then I think the next card is between the Ancestral Mask and the Spider Umbra. Because we're already on less cards, I think our best way of winning is to get the mask online if we just go like runner with lands. So I think I'm just gonna put the Spider Umbra back. And we're just going to go from there. Get down our Unbridled Growth and red. Hopefully we're against burn, and hopefully we draw some lands, because if we do, we're in a pretty good spot with this Armadillo Cloak. On our turn, we didn't draw a land, we drew a scout. So immediately I'm going to crack this growth, because if we just find 3 lands, Armadillo Cloak can just win the game if this is against burn. So no hesitation there. Utopia Sprawl is great. I'm actually just going to go ahead and play the scout. The reason being, if we draw another land, we can Utopia Sprawl it. If not, we're just going to Utopia Sprawl this. Another Bogle. We're just going to go ahead and play the Sprawl as mentioned, because now if we draw a land next turn, we are set. Curse and Lava Runner. So our opponent, thankfully for us, doesn't have a fast start, and we do have our Forest. So now we get this online, and our opponent does know this matchup and knows that this is immediately game over. So let's jump to game number 2. In the sideboard, we have a lot of great cards for this matchup, since we are expecting burn. We've got these 2 Crimson Acolytes. We've got the 1 Standard Bearer, which we could bring in. I'm going to choose not to for now, and in all the games I've played so far, I haven't been bringing this in, but if you want extra protection, you can consider this one. The 2 Lifelinks are fantastic. We could bring in Dispel, but I'm going to pass on that for now. Hydroblast is great, since it can remove a lot of their static effects on the battlefield. And then, of course, another effect that you could consider is the Cartouche, just to kind of remove their Thermal Alchemists, but that can be a little slow. Cards that we're going to take out are the Rancors and the Ancestral Mask. The Rancors, they don't boost our toughness, and that's the thing we need most in this matchup. Their best way of defeating us is using Electrickery when we try and suit up our creatures, and if the only enchantment we have in hand is Rancor, that's no good. So we're going to take out 3 of those and the Ancestral Mask, and bring in the 2 Acolytes, the 2 Lifelinks, the 1 Hydroblast. The last card we're going to take out is, of course, the Relic, since that doesn't do anything in this matchup. And let's take a look at our opening hand. That's a lot of lands, so definitely taking advantage of London Mulligan again. This hand will cast all of our spells, although it doesn't have any enchantments. We do have a redraw. I think we do need to keep it, though. Definitely the best thing to put back is just one of the Sprawls. We may need a second Bogle if they remove one of them, and we're going to go from there. Let's just hope we find some of our sideboard cards. Our opponent, unfortunately, did have to mulligan down pretty far. I'm pretty sure they were looking for some way to deal with our creatures, like an Electrickery, so I am expecting that. And sure enough, when they don't play anything here, it's almost guaranteed they have an Electrickery, and because of that, I am not going to play this Lifelink, just to put it out there. I'm instead just going to get our mana online, get in some damage, and I'm going to continue doing this unless our opponent taps down or unless I find some combination of things I can do. We will gladly take a bolt to the face. We will cycle through our Unbridled Growths and just kind of pass go at the moment. Skewer the Critics. Our life total is getting a bit low, but with just 2 cards in hand, we should still be fine. Here, we now have the option of either going for the Lifelink and let them kill our creature, play another one, and then Ethereal Armor. That might be fine, but I also think we're not really under a ton of pressure just yet, so I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. But that was our first opportunity where we could start baiting out that Electrickery. Another land is not so good. Yep, we're getting bolted. At this point, since we are getting pretty low, I'd much rather keep the Lifelink down. So at this point, I feel like I do need to cast the Ethereal Armor, bait out the Electrickery, especially with the Thermal Alchemist. We don't want them getting the extra ping off of it as well. And now we're just going to play down another Gladecover Scout. We'll play 2. Just because we want them to maybe just Electrickery right away. No matter what, though, we are going to go for the Lifelink, and even better, we drew an Acolyte. So unless they Electrickery in response to it, we now have the ability to give it protection and keep it alive. So let's get the Lifelink down, swing in. We're just going to gain 1 life, but against burn, every life point counts. We're still in a fairly precarious situation here, though. We do need to find some additional power to put on this, and the Ancestral Mask will do. That'll make it quite large and win the game on the spot. We're not going to win through damage just this turn, but gaining 9 life, exactly where we want to be. So this is a fairly good matchup, and we were both taking advantage of the London Mulligans. Our opponent did find an answer, but we did wait it out. Thank you for joining me in round 3, and I'll see you in the next one.